Hello, Dr. Maya. What a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very happy to be here.
Well, listen, it was so amazing how we met, trying to both learn more and more how we can make a difference in people's lives.
Yes, I think we share a lot of the same ideals,
Yeah.
and I would be very happy to work with you in having more people join our belief system and eradicate disease, chronic disease from the face of the earth, and working with longevity, because I think humans right now have the capacity of living a long time and in very good condition as well.
So quality of life is really what we focus on.
Exactly, yes.
So the retreat has been my dream for years. I've been always wanting to do this because I feel like you cannot heal until you are with people who know how to show you the way, like coach you through.
Yes, and then I think it's also important to remove people from
Right.
the environment where
Right.
they live, because the environment is obviously the cause of their disease, and
In
it
many
has
ways.
multiple sources. Yes, it has first a human causation factor in their family, perhaps
Causing stresses.
Yes, and
Yes.
then it has also
Yeah.
living in a city in a very polluted environment and eating poor food and having poor lifestyle habits, like sleep, for instance. A lot of people are sleep deprived.
Absolutely.
And I think this is the first place to start, is providing a good way, a good sleep. 8 hours, going to bed early, and having a nice environment for sleeping. So this is what I teach.
Beginning with sleep, but our focus is chronic disease, and most people may or may not know that. But every single disorder in life is a chronic disease, and we're hoping to even make cancer a chronic disease. And that's why we think you and I, and actually we met another wonderful oncologist, her name is Dr. Arena, and I feel like the 3 or 4 of us that we are here, we are going to probably make a huge transformational things, with all what we're trying to do.
Yeah, this is really my hope, and I'm in a very important transitional phase in my professional practice right now, because the first phase I really work on a method.
Yeah.
I had a very small amount of people that I worked with for the last 15 years, and now I wish to reach a larger amount of people. I have a very solid method, which I think is very important to help people to make those changes, because changes is really the key. And people fail. People fail making changes. Doctors always recommend, hey, you have to stop smoking.
Yeah, but how could you?
Or you have to stop eating processed food, but people just don't. And
but the center you have is a place where I can take my patients on a retreat, and we can go spend a month there, a week there, where we do raw food, massages, detoxifications, colonics, and it's in Hawaii, and you chose a high point energy area where there's no pollution of the senses, which means no pollutions of the electric pollution, there's no light pollution, there's no toxins around, and there's more love, there's more awareness, and we become more aware, and it's in Hawaii, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then I chose that on purpose because I wanted to create a nest. It's a rebirth. It's like a process of rebirth. Yeah. So people need to reestablish this trust with the environment. They need to have an environment that is inviting trust.
Absolutely.
And where they don't feel stressed, so they learn, and then we prepare them to live, to go back home, and then having new ways to identify their stresses, and also have ways that they can deal with them, because that's very important.
And that's a lifelong journey of yours, but it's been a lifelong journey of mine as well. And it's so amazing when I meet a person like you, and I meet Irina, who is also an oncologist like I am. I'm a pediatric oncologist by training, and I really have done integrative more approaches, and to see more people like us together trying to make a difference and make an indent in a very hard disease.
Right.
Cancer is happening. 1 in every 3 people are going to develop cancer and developing cancer, along with addiction. And your center can help us to really recreate the adaptation of our senses to reconnect with our inner selves. And I feel very, very strongly about working with you and helping my people.
That would be so wonderful,
Yeah.
because I need allies
Yeah.
in my mission, because as a single individual we can do so much.
We can do so
And
much.
then if we ally with other people who have the same goal, the same ideal, we can reach a larger amount of people. And I think there is an urgency right now.
Oh, there is an urgency.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And then I think, chronic illness is a misnomer. I don't think there is such a thing as chronic illness. There are just illnesses are not being treated.
Yes.
That conventional medicine don't know how to deal with this, so they call it chronic. But this is just a recent idea, like just a century or 2 centuries ago, there was no such a thing as chronic illness.
Yeah.
Our body is programmed to heal.
Our body is
It's
programmed to heal.
yeah.
But there's one thing I have to be saying here. I am a traditional doctor, so it's really important for me to make sure that I give credit to traditional people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't know. No, it's not about me, really.
Okay.
It's about us. So you can, I want everybody to know who you are and who we are and how we work together. But I have a lot of people that really follow me, and I want them to be helped. And the traditional physicians really meant well. It's a traditional training system that shows us that we are only pharmaceutically programmed. But the truth is, my pharmacy begins at home. It begins in my kitchen.
Right.
My pharmacy begins in my emotions. When I surround myself with loving people, when I give love. So an alignment with you is something that I would be greatly happy and honored to announce at some point when we create a program together.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
And then I'm available whenever you want, just to
soon.
put
It's gonna be soon.
whenever
Yeah.
you want, just to sit down and then just put the guidelines
Yes.
and the details of that.
Because it's really my dream. And also I want to educate nurses, I want to educate doctors, I want to educate, because we need to become educators, because it would be sad if I take my legacy with me and not help, and it would be sad if you take your legacy and not help.
That's right.
That's our mission.
I think you're right, and I think it's important also to educate doctors,
Yes.
because,
Yes.
as you say, conventional doctors are educated in a certain way, and they believe, they are being brought out, by
To help. They're
Yes.
trying to help, but they don't know.
They don't know how,
all the
because
means.
they are educated by the we are in the possession of the big drug pharmacy, so we just need to, and then start a little bit, to be educated about nutrition. And I think it's very important that they understand now that there is a connection between what we eat and how we feel, and with disease. And this is really the most important thing to carry on with the medical profession.
Love you all. You can say bye, and then we'll see you soon, probably in Hawaii. Love you all. Bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.